much. Our local teacher has a goal of running 350 miles over Thanksgiving week to support local charities, and you can join him.
Here to tell us all about it is the founder of RunGiving, Kevin Hopp. Good evening. Thank you for joining us at Fox 5.
I'm really excited to be here and looking forward to the week of RunGiving starting, which is the week of Thanksgiving from the 24th to the 30th.
Tell us a little bit about how it even started.
So in 2022, it started by a clothing company donating an article of clothing for every 10 miles I ran, and I ran 300 miles that year, and 30 items of clothing got donated for Souls to Souls charity, which helps homeless people learn running skills and life skills by teaching them to run a mile.
So just to clarify here, 350 for the week.
350 for the week is my goal.
Okay, that's, I don't know, 12.
50 miles a day is what my plan is.
Okay, I mean, I'm trying to think how many marathons that is.
So approximately 2 in a day.
Oh, look at that.
Like, what's the most you've run in a day?
Well, last year during the month of October, I decided to run 31 miles in a day, every day for 31 days. I've done 100-mile races in 24 hours, so 100 miles would approximately be that limit.
You are allowing people to join in with you and raise funds.
Yes, so I'm hoping that people will join the Strava Club called RunGiving. How they can find information about that is through hopcan'tstop.com. So hopefully they'll go to that website, read about the real purpose of it. I had a former student of mine, her name was Molly, and she unfortunately died of a drug overdose. So her parents are the ones that are converting the miles to dollars for charity. So that purpose statement is sort of on the website, and hopefully we'll get people joining the different Strava clubs to get the mileage counting for converted for charities.
Well, you are a math teacher, so hopefully they'll get the numbers dialed in. Tell us about how this has evolved and who's kind of in your corner now. I imagine it's students and families like you're talking about and other people in the community.
It's been amazing how much the running community has stepped up. We have 1,300 members currently in the Strava Club and running. Obviously that, you know, I'm a runner, so they're sort of, I'm part of that community, but the way they have supported it spread around the country, and it's even gone international now through Strava. So it's unbelievable, and obviously with being a teacher and a cross-country and coach and track coach, the kids get behind it too. So
tell me a little bit about where you're going to run and how people can join you.
So they can find the routes on the Hop Can't Stop website, but basically the route is from the Oceanside Harbor. The Jolly Rogers restaurant's closed, but that parking lot is huge. And then I'm running from there 25 miles down to Torrey Pines. Basically, there's a runner's restroom, as we call it, at the bottom of the hill of Torrey Pines. That's 25 miles away from Oceanside, and then I'm turning around and running all the way back to Oceanside. And luckily enough, people know the routes, and people have reached out and says, I'm going to put snacks in my mailbox, and they end up texting through Instagram, mailbox, there's food in my mailbox at this address. So it's been amazing.
Kevin, tell us, okay, for those who are not runners. Tell us, like, do you listen to music? Do you just enjoy it? What do you think about? Like, what does your body feel like when you run that long?
Clearly, I'm on the side of the craziness because even runners want music. I don't listen to music when I run, so there is something off about me in the first place.
Like audiobooks.
So yes, exactly. There are some of that involved of thinking like there could be a bigger purpose of, but I think just being able to listen to what's around you and being connected and being in the moment.
What does your body feel like as you're going through? Do you ever get like tired as far as breathing goes? Your legs hurt? Like what's your body feel like?
Luckily, and when I've done things in the past that's like this, luckily enough, having a goal or having an end in sight really makes it a lot easier. I've done things where I didn't know like how far or how many days I was going to run for, and that's harder. So having an end goal makes the purpose easiger. I know it's going to be over when I hit this mile marker or whatever. Having a defined finish line makes it a lot easier.
What would you say to people who don't run and get them into running? Like, what do you say?
Just get outdoors and walk. Start walking. If you want to increase that speed to a slight jog or a fast walk, I think that's the best thing you could do. You'll be amazed at what you can do just getting out the door and enjoying nature and having the sun. We're very lucky in San Diego to have the sun out. So the best thing is put some shoes on and go walk.
One foot in front of the other.
One foot.
You'll have a little bit of rain next week.
Yeah, we may, but you want to know what? It'll be okay. We don't get rain very often here, so I'll be wet.
Have you always been like this as far as running goes?
Yeah, since middle school, high school, when I started cross country in middle school.
Are there days you don't run and you're just like, I need to get out there?
No, at least now at 54 years of age, when I don't want to run, I know it's time to take a break. Okay. So probably when I was younger, yeah, I still went and ran.
You need to meet our GM. He's run 190 marathons. So he's and
he needs to join the Strava Club.
Yeah, I was just going to say he needs to join that.
Get after it. All right. Well, thank you very much. Good luck to you. Hopefully a lot of folks get out there and support RunGiving. If you want some more information on it, you can go to our website, fox5sandiego.com. Click on the Scene On tab at the top of the page. Appreciate you coming in. We'll be right back here on the Fox 5 News at 7:30.